Hello, welcome to today's video lesson for applications of linear equations. In part 1, we're going to look at an introduction to it, so we're going to look at pretty basic equations and how to solve them. Example 1 says a washer and dryer cost $895 combined. The washer costs $55 less than the dryer. What is the cost of the dryer? Before we start, let's look at a couple of facts that we know. We know that the washer and the dryer combined cost $895. So what we can do is we can set up just a basic two variable equation. Washer plus dryer equals $895. We also know that the washer costs $55 less than the dryer. So the washer is D minus 55. So now what we can do is, since my washer costs $55 less than the dryer, I can substitute the value of the washer into the equation. So now what I end up with is, I'll rewrite my equation as D minus 55 plus D for dryer equals $895. So I have $55 less than the dryer plus the price of the dryer. So I end up with D plus D, so that's 2D minus 55 equals $895. Now I'm just going to solve this two-step equation. I'm going to add 55 to both sides. D equals 0, 5, 9, 950. Divide by 2. So the price of the dryer is $475. So make sure we just set up our equation using the information we have, and then it all works out. Let's look at another example. A garden table and a bench cost $936 combined. The garden table costs $86 more than the bench. What is the cost of the bench? So first we need to look at what we know. The table and the bench cost $936. So we know that table plus bench equals $936. We also know that the table costs $86 more than the bench. So table is bench plus 86. Now I can rewrite my equation. I'm going to substitute the value of the table into the equation as bench plus 86. So I'll have bench plus 86 plus bench again equals 936. This simplifies to 2b plus 86 equals 936. I'm going to subtract 86 from both sides. I'll come over here. So we'll end up with 2b equals 93, so it should be 850. I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides. B equals 425. Go ahead and try part B on your own, and we'll check the answer in just a second. Here's the worked out example. We should have set up the equation cheeseburgers plus hamburgers equals 517. The amount of hamburgers is there were 57 more cheeseburgers sold than hamburgers. So how many hamburgers were sold that day? So that we'd write this equation: C plus 57 equals 517. Solve it down. Hamburgers should have been 230. go ahead and let's look at a couple more examples. I realize these should have been H's. My apologies. Alright, there we go. Let's go look at another couple of examples real quick. Part C and D are to test our number sense. It says two consecutive integers have a sum of 173. Find the integers. So for two consecutive integers, we have to look at integers as just two regular values. So we'll have one integer is n, and then the next integer is going to be n plus 1. So we have n plus 1 equals 173. So this is the first integer. This is the second integer. I can simplify this down to n plus n is 2n plus 1 equals 173. Then I solve my equation. Subtract 1, subtract 1. I end up with 2n equals 173 minus 1 is 172. I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides. And n equals 86. Let's look at part D. Two consecutive odd integers have a sum of 44. So in the last part I didn't identify that sum means we're going to add. So again here I have sum, so I'm going to add my two odd integers together. My first integer, let's make that n for any number, any odd number. So it's our first odd. Then our second odd number is going to be n plus 2 more because we're increasing n by an odd amount, or by 2 more to get the next odd number. So if this was 3, it would be 3 plus 2. So this would be our second odd number, is n plus 2, equals 44. Now I can simplify this guy. And I'll have 2n plus 2 equals 86. Excuse me, 44. I was looking at the wrong problem. 2n plus 2 equals 44. I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. 2n equals 42. Divide by 2. N equals 21. So just remember, set up your first number and then adjust it in the second accordingly. Good luck.